Welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Note that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Always interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Never force anything, especially on this channel, because I like to go deep. We look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, see how they play out as karmic themes, along with everything else. So if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you have to be open to getting a shadow reading. You have to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write again the word of the video in the comment bar. The word of the video is always the underlining energy that tells me why everyone's doing what they do. By the way, any important information about this channel or how to find me or about my shadow healing coaching program, you can definitely find that in the description box below. All right, let's jump right on in today. Let's see. Selfishness. Selfishness. I feel like Virgo, and it's funny because right before I came on, I tried to like do a little meditation, and I feel as if, again, you're dealing with someone that's extremely selfish to the point that you don't even want to be with them anymore. You don't even think that you want to be with them anymore. I feel like you've grown. And being that you've grown, it's like, I think that you used to be able to look the other way a lot on certain things, but now you really care about how people perceive you. You really care about, trying to manifest the right things by living in a spiritually aligned like lifestyle. And this person does not have any of that. I feel like they're extremely selfish. So if it comes down to any little thing that they can get away with. So if you're dating this person or you're on like this break, this person would take advantage and be with someone else and be like, well, we want a break, or if they whatever it is, whatever they're going through, it needs to take center stage to the point that they don't look at what's going on in anyone else's life, including yours, though they say that they have a spiritual connection. So it's just like the more days that go by that this person is in separation, really, the more time that I feel like you're able to like see more and more. And for those of you that actually have this person in your life, it's like it doesn't matter. Like though ever as days go by, like you're seeing more and more stuff. It's if anything, as soon as for those Virgos that haven't taken this person back yet, the moment that you take this person back is going to be the moment that you're going to see how selfish this person is. And I'm actually feeling like, and this is for a certain amount of you, maybe not all of you, but I feel almost like it's teaching you forgiveness, but not forgiveness to them. It's forgiveness to a parent. And that parent was miserable. They were horrible. They were always in a bad mood. They just were like, just had so much anxiety, were always in a bad mood. But they were married to someone that's just as selfish as this person. So you would actually, I think what's stopping you from being with this person is you can't get past the vision of your parents or again, whatever relationship the caregiver was in. Like you just can't, you're like, I see that that's what my life would look like. I would be angry all the time. And it's almost like spirit's putting you in that position so that you can actually see what the parent went through. And that it was a lot of anxiety. It was a lot of like anger. Like the person was never allowed to have their moment almost because this person was always emotionally unavailable. And so this is this energy of selfishness. So you're going to write that word in the comment bar. We're going to see why I just channeled that. We can see how it plays out. The hidden truths, their hidden truths. Because just because a person is like, again, like is selfish doesn't mean that they don't have feelings. It's just, it's not a healthy type of love. When a person is not a high vibration, it's more of an attachment That's how this person treats relationships. They don't treat them like the way that good relationships are. And again, I want you. So it's again passion driven, which is I'll get to you when I get to you. And like, but it's set up for a complete like trauma bond. It's set up for an attachment type of relationship. So this person doesn't give, does not give. I love you. See, they think that they love you, but the problem is they keep betraying you. That's the issue. And so that's that's why I'm saying this person believes it, and this is what these trauma bond relationships are made up of. When you're like, but I know this person loves me, I know that this person cares about me, I know, and no one doubts that. But that's what it looks like. It looks like they're just, again, I remember every detail of the day, and I feel like it's because you're not around this person. And this also tells me that when they decide to come back, they're going to come back and they're going to be like, oh, like, oh, you're the love of my life. I remember every detail of the last moment that we spoke. But they don't want you to look at everything else that they did. They don't want you to look at the fact that they procrastinated, they held back, that they weren't there for you. And I feel like a few of you went through some times that you could have used a friend. And then this person's going to come back in and be like, let's be friends when you don't really need a friend. It's like a different vibe. I feel you, even though we're apart. Yeah, because they're constantly tapped into you because they know what they did was wrong and they are trying to figure out a way to come back that they're not going to look like an asshole. But they already know that they're going to look like one because a lot of time, like they can't say that they couldn't find any time to come back. No, what they were trying to do was keep you hooked on the line. They were trying to keep you hooked on the line because they weren't sure what they wanted to do, is what I'm feeling. And it's like, oh, or if I could have my cake and eat it too, I would. But I know that you're not going to allow me to do that. So I don't really know what to do. But it's all about them all the time. I replay our conversations over and over and over. Again, they're obsessive. So again, this could be confused for love. This could be, like I said, because there is a love element to it. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. And I feel like this person is so cut off from their emotions that with you, there actually is an emotional connection. But this person was still able to hold back. They were still able to put everything else before you. And that's what I want you to look at. I want you to look at that, how this is the way that this person operates. So they are grateful for the spiritual lesson, but all I hear here is I, me, I. I don't see anything else. Alone, maybe you feel alone, like it's like being in a relationship with someone like that doesn't give you anything emotionally. It's only for them. Any which way that it can play out, it will always play out in a way that you barely get anything from this person. And that's the way that I feel that it's designed to be. I feel like it's a real karmic connection, and it's because this person likes to sabotage themselves. They get in their own way, crushed, and now they're all crushed. Like I said, this person's going to come back at full force, and when they come back, they're going to be like, I'm so crushed. I can't believe that it's like, I thought that we had something. I thought, it's again, not wanting you to look at any of it. This person like can't really even have a conversation without taking everything as if it's criticism. But now it would be criticism. I feel like before, when you tried talking to them, it was always criticism. And it was always a way for them to like not really give you anything. And then it's again, there was always lies and illusions. That's what it felt like. And then trying to trigger you with being jealous. That's what I feel. And again, because they're broken. And what happens is when you get into a relationship with them, that's what it is. It's like They make promises that they don't keep. They 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 very well can break not just your heart, but your spirit, this type of person. Because they always have an exit plan. It's like, and that's what's the problem in the entire relationship. It's like they didn't give enough, but they gave like a tidbit almost to like keep you hooked on the line. And then when you were on the line, it was always mainly they were trying to get you to give more by creating some sort of jealousy and always having one foot in, one foot out. So there was no emotional stability in this relationship. Yeah, it's like it tangled. Again, that's an attachment, wanting that, but then the entire time not giving you anything. So again, this is pretty much how the relationship went. We want to know what they think, if they think anything, or what type of relationship this was, or what are we supposed to learn from it at least. We will pull inner child cards to see why you attracted this person into your life, but let's see what else they're going to do. It's like this is exactly when someone does love you, but they again, it's I don't even they just have self-sabotaging behavior. They just have they like it's for the thrill of it. It's like this person, like I said, if they can get away with it, they'll do it. It's this reckless behavior of like I'm going to completely gamble with the relationship and other areas of my life too. This is what I see, and that's why they sabotage themselves, and that's why they don't like themselves. And there's a part of them that gets really a lot of anxiety from these close relationships. Like they have inner childhood wounds that are from really young age that they need to heal. I know I need to release attachments with karmic people. I'm creating a plan to leave him or her, but it's again, they haven't given you the time. So it's like they like these karmic people are people that are just I feel like some are emotionally manipulate them because they've treated them like shit and have kept them on the line too. And so it's like they keep them around, one particularly, they keep them around, but they don't love this person. They're guilted. They're bound to that person through guilt, through manipulation, because that person gave a lot. And what they do is they come in and they drain the person through manipulation, through again, one foot in, one foot out, never making the person feel comfortable and creating jealousy. So if you're a low vibe person, that will work. But this person's like, they're bored of that person at this point. This person, like, again, I've taken everything. It's like, and guess what? My life still looks the same. So I like what you look like. And so, and you're giving me a little bit of a hard time. So that's a little bit of a challenge and it's exciting. And you don't want anything to do with me. So it triggers my abandonment. So now I like it. So I'm going to come on really hard because it's like I feel like I've already sabotaged this. So now I got to come in and try and fix it. Where really I feel like part of that is also I want to trip you up. I want you to, again, I feel like, yeah, you weren't thinking about me anymore. So now I'm going to come back in. It's like this person makes me sick. It makes me mad because I'm just like, ugh, I'm afraid you're going to meet someone else before I'm ready to be with you for good. See, it's like this is what's driving them. It's like jealousy on their part now because they know that you haven't gotten anything from them. And they're like, oh, before I'm ready, before you're ready, doing what? A relationship is something that happens over time. And it's from two people continually giving energy to each. It's how much time, energy, focus, and money you give towards something, is how much love you have for it. This person's like, I'm not ready yet. Let me put you on a shelf. I'll come back for you. But you're not allowed to meet anyone. Now I'm afraid that you're going to meet somebody. So I may come back in before I'm ready and totally tell you everything that you've ever wanted to hear that I think to try and trip you up. But I'm not really 100% ready to let go of who I need to let go of because, even though I don't love this person, I feel responsible because I grew an attachment to this person because I'm extremely codependent. I let this person do everything in my life. So I feel responsible. And this person reminds me on the daily that I'm responsible. And so they kind of have the power, and I don't really know how I'm going to get out of that situation, even though I'm not in that situation because I'm still out there and about, which is why this karmic person is angry, and now I'm already thinking of an escape plan to come to you. It's like, this is why, and it's mainly because I know you're a good catch. I know you're a good catch. It's like, and if I think you're a good catch, other people think that you're a good catch. And so you're not going to wait for me because I haven't given anything. However, if you are still attached to me, well, then I can come in and slow you down. When our conversations are lighthearted and playful, it eases the tension that is sometimes there when we talk. And the thing is, because this person doesn't treat you right. And I feel like maybe in the beginning of the relationship, they didn't treat you right, where never really gave enough time, but you never said anything. And you always were available for this person anytime that they called, anytime that they texted, anytime they, Facebooked you, whatever it was, you were always there, but this person wasn't there all the time. They weren't there consistently. So on a way, there was anger with you because you haven't gotten anything either. And they've always kind of kept it at bay. And when you did say something, again, it would create tension. And it was mainly because this person was like, I'm not really going to do anything. It's like, because my life works for me, having karmic person here, karmic person there, karmic person, my needs are met. I don't really look at anyone else's needs. And that's why they're selfish, because they only think about themselves. So again, that selfishness has always been there. It's only have grown because as time went by and life has happened, this person hasn't been there. Surrender brings us together faster than resistance. It's like this person's like, I can feel your resistance. And it's like, you're the one that's resisting. You've resisted this whole time. So now the reason why I'm resisting is because you haven't shown me anything. You haven't given anything. And this person doesn't get it. They think that your connection was enough. And they're delusional. Our love will manifest through the union of heart and mind. Expanding these areas allows our love to grow. So it's again, I believe that that's what you had to begin with, a spiritual connection through the heart and mind, ESP. So when they say that was proof because I said this person feels like that connection was enough for them to not have to do anything. That's why it says our love will manifest through the union of the heart and mind. That's a spiritual connection, transcends all time and space. That's how you recognize a past life, karmic made in this life. Because it's again, I feel you. It's like, and you can feel that connection. So it's like expanding them. It's like meaning that I'm just going to continue to do that. But it's like that, no, it needs to be grounded. This person didn't ground anything. They frivoled their time with other people and other things and put everything else before you. And so, and they felt like they didn't need to because of that. Let's see. When I look into your eyes, I see the universe and it activates me. Like this person always knew who you were. It's not like they didn't know who you were. I got only two fell. I know in my heart we'll be together one day, and that helps me trust. Let's keep working on us. So this person like is convinced. And so that's the problem. They're a little delusional. I feel like they never had a spiritual connection like this before. And they have all these shadows. So they're delusional. They're like, well, I go out there and I'm a player and I get people and they like me because I put on a facade and, that's not really even me, but you kind of know who I am. And we have this connection without even really, I always knew you. So I never really had to get to know you because when I knew you, I felt like I always knew you. And we just have that. And that's what's going to get us through. That's what's going to, that connection. And so it's like, and they lie to themselves because it's like, or again, they're used of only navigating their relationships the way that, again, selfish and still getting what they want. So between the combination of only living that way and then your connection is what has made this person like say, oh well, I don't really have to do anything, I can come back when I'm ready, and it doesn't matter everything that has happened in the past. I needed to do that. I needed to find myself. I needed to, it wasn't our time yet, but you always knew that you were the one. And it's like they're going to try and make you focus on now and not the past. And the truth of the matter is, I just don't think that that's possible. I wanted to send you a message today, but I was afraid to. I don't know if you want to hear from me or if I can say the right things to you. So this person also knows them deep inside that, you know, part of the lies to themselves. They know like that they did too much, but on the other hand, they're like, I don't really know whether I did too much. I'm not happy. Karmic behavior, people, and situations is playing a role in what's happening with me, and it's hard for me to see a way out. So it's again the karmic people that they fucked around with. I feel like, have have a hold on them. I feel as if this person might have gotten someone pregnant, or again, if they were connected to somebody that, got them in trouble with the law. Like there are things happening why this person now has been in separation from you, not just the other things. But the truth of the matter is, if they didn't do all those other things and they gave you the time, they wouldn't be in the position that they're in now. And that is another reason why this person is like thinking about you. This is another reason why they're like ruminating on you. So it might not even be as severe as jail or again in trouble with the law or a baby, but it's something. It's something that's changing the person's dynamic of their life. And because it's payback time, your person was selfish and they were selfish, not just with you, but it looks like everyone. And that's why everyone is coming now to say, hey, come pay your dues. And now your person is like, but I really cared about you and I really wanted to be with you. Then they should have been with you. It's like, but they wanted to do what they wanted to do first. And they didn't care about how you felt about that. And so it's like I said, they needed to learn this lesson. They needed to learn this lesson. And it kind of sucks when we attract a person like this because it's like, well, we had a great connection. There was a deep connection. It's just this person destroyed it. And so we have to ask ourselves, why did you attract this person into your life? Because you're a mirror of who and what comes into your life. So it's the traumas that we have to look like, well, it's again, source. That's actually a gift. I feel like you knew not to be with this person. And that was your intuition because you were like, oh, wait a minute, I see the correlation between my parents' relationship and this person and me. It was like I don't want to live miserable. I don't want to live like the way that, my mom or dad lived. because they were with somebody that was so selfish, that never really cared about them on an emotional level. They weren't capable. I don't want to say that they didn't want to, but they didn't allow themselves. So either there's addiction there, where I feel like there's addiction here with other people, where it's like there's either somebody that there's continual infidelity, like if you're in a connection with this person who's continually cheating, just like whatever chance this person gets. And so it doesn't matter if that parent was an alcoholic. What spirit is saying is that the parent that was an alcoholic still was not available. This person that cheats all the time is still not available. So the spiritual wound is you always feel like you attract people that are not available. And so I feel like where you say, well, I can't get that, where source says you can have that. It's that you're a mirror of who and what comes into your life, but you have to recognize. And so there was science the whole way. I feel like you were just polite and nice and didn't want to come across rude, which you didn't need to, but you didn't need to give this person time to let it grow either, to actually to form that attachment, because you saw that they were in and out, in and out, in and out. But there was a part of you that wanted the connection, and that's where the focus was for a long time, and not on what this person was doing, or what this person was doing, it like was minimized due to the fact that you wanted the relationship. Again, abuse. So abuse isn't always physical abuse in childhood. It could be emotional abuse, psychological abuse. And again, which is why you have a strong connection to source, which is your intuition, higher self, which is saying like, I got to get out of here. You know what I mean? I can't be with this person, because if I wind up with this person, it's going to look like that. So it doesn't matter about all the good qualities that I want to see in this person. It's what's really there. Friendship, and it's like I don't like this card because I don't consider this kid to really be like friendship. It's almost like a frenemy that card reminds me of. And so I feel like it's like the basic things of like a friendship, right? Like this person was not capable of giving. And I feel like that's also another gift that you have in childhood. It's like you made friends, you have friends. It's like what the traits to a friend are. It's, compassion, it's love, it's sharing, it's none of these traits this person showed you. They refused to do it. And so I feel like, again, for them to come in any other way, than to apologize and actually be a friend or try to be a friend. But even that, I don't see, I just think you already knew what a friend looks like, and the base foundation for friendship wasn't there, which was enabled you to be able to tap into your own intuition and say, this is not the type of person that I want to be with, because it's not really a friend. It's like, and I also feel like this person is going to try to come back any which way. And I know I keep saying that, but they might even do the whole, let's be friends. And so this could be, again, that you had a friend in childhood that really wasn't a friend. It was somebody that was mean to you, but for whatever reason, you stayed connected to them. And so Spirit says, but you knew that it was a little abusive. So that could be another thing, that you have a wound in childhood with, again, that intimate part of a relationship, which is friendship, and it's due to betrayal. That's why that happens. And so abuse, it could be psychological, it could be emotional. To me, this connection that with this person is abusive. It's abusive because they psychologically and emotionally would not let you get comfortable. They try to trip you up. And a person that navigates that way in the beginning of a relationship, you know that they're going to play games like that all through the relationship because they're not going to become somebody different. And so that's what this makes me feel like. It's like you had a friend that was like abusive or something like in childhood, or like a frenemy at one point that you had let in close to you that hurt you, and you're like, I don't know, it's like my intuition like is feeling like that type of energy again, that I can't trust this person. And because you did, I feel like you'll make the right decision if you haven't made that decision yet. But I feel like you already saw it. Or you will already see it. That's what Spirit is saying. When they come back, it won't matter. They'll say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You're the love of my life, and I'm so sorry, and please forgive me and give me another chance. And let's look into the future. Don't look at the past," and be all like that. And you're going to be like, "No." Goodness, I overcome my imperfections, polish my character, and feed on the positive. Thus, I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding, and love to myself and others. So I feel like this is just about to continue to grow yourself. Maybe there's a part of you, because when we grow up with a parent that, again, doesn't emotionally give us, or when we have a friend that we let close and they betray us, or anytime we have someone that we love hurt us, there's a part of us that always looks at ourselves and says, why did that happen? And sometimes we can feel as if that we're not good, or we're not good enough, or a person can make us feel that way, where Spirit's saying that shouldn't even be inside of you, that you feel like there isn't a part of goodness. You're me in physical form. You're supposed to be an expression of me, God says, and that is to be of unconditional love. And so you have to focus on your goodness. You have to focus on growing. I don't know where that card went, but it's like, that the word was goodness. It disappeared, it vanished, but it's to grow that area of yourself, because you're never going to be able to get rid of every negative instance that happens. However, when you grow the goodness in you, you polish your character, because you meet different people and situations and experiences happen that force you to change. So that's what you need to do right now, instead of focusing on like this and have this energy trip you up. Because in order to manifest good things, you have to, again, focus on the good things and become those good things by doing those good things. And this person, like I said, does not do anything good. I feel like they need a lot of healing. It's like all I saw through this entire reading was selfishness. Selfishness, not just with you, but with every single other karmic person that's attached to them. And now they're going through it as they should. Karmic, karmic, Karma always comes back to collect its dues, and we thank God that it does sometimes. I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. You let me know how it resonates, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.